Thanks for tuning in. So on this week's episode, it's actually a little different than we're really used to. So it kind of goes back a little bit. We were searching on Facebook, sitting on the couch, doing what you do. And this ad popped up on one of the local hunting groups for, there was an outfitter looking for camera crew to come out and film some hunts. And, I've never really hunted, especially in Alberta, with a guide. And thought I'd jump all over the opportunity. Right about the same time I was reading that, I got a phone call from Brandi. She saw the same ad, and we kind of drew straws, and she wanted a shooter, and we contacted Jason with Canadian Premier Outdoors. Had a little bit of back and forth conversation. Sounded like a perfect fit, and really ethical kind of guide there. And we thought we better make the trip up to northern Alberta to see. This year I didn't get a bear. I had my eye on a few target ones and nothing I wanted. Brandi was having a hard time on her baits, and it was just the perfect combination there. So up to northern Alberta we went to hunt with Jason, and got to check this one out. This is a crazy cool setup.
Dirt Nap TV is brought to you by Scree Canada. This episode of Dirt Nap TV brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Hello, hello.
That's enough driving for a day.
I bet.
COVID hug. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Hello. How are you?
Good.
What's your name? Ben. You're a lot bigger than you look in photos. Pretty big fella? Yeah? Oh, that's a long day.
It is.
I left at 5, and it's just been meeting after meeting.
Oh man.
And now it's go time.
See, I've been up since 5.
Yeah?
No, not go like that. Not go.
Well,
Are you ready?
when are you ready?
I just gotta put stuff in the truck when we're out of here.
You got an hour drive?
Yeah, about an hour and 20 minutes, give or take.
Yeah.
So, back.
Well, let's
Ready?
do it. Are we gonna bring back a bear?
Hope so.
Are you gonna help us if we do?
Okay.
Are we close?
Yeah. You're heading for that pin that's on the highway, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That other pin, for some reason, after you told me, one of the other hunters started with the basket. We had to get it turned around the other day. So, no, perfect. I think I know where Rochester. Yeah, I know where Rochester is. So,
Yeah, we just
coming
passed
on the
that.
highway.
Yep.
When you get to that pin, you're gonna turn east, come down over a hill. As you come across the bridge, you'll get to the bottom of the hill. You're going down into a place. As soon as you cross the bridge, start looking on your left-hand side, and we're down an old track, down a railroad bed. We're right on the edge of the river.
Right on the edge of the river.
Okay, well, I don't know how far out we are. 20 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, you're not that far out at all.
No.
All right, well, we'll call you when we get lost, because Brandi's giving me she's the map. So if I'm following her instruction, we might end up in like BC.
No promises.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
So funny enough, I make the comment, Brandi's the map, and we're probably gonna end up getting lost. Guess what? Lost. Well, not really lost. Completely missed the turn. Overdrove by about 20 minutes. Realized, turned around. So, note to self, moving forward, Brandi's not the map anymore. How's it going?
Hey guys,
Jason?
you bet.
Adam. Good to meet you.
Yeah, you bet. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having us.
Brandi, Jason, nice to meet you. This is Willow with the stick.
Yeah,
Hello.
quite the operation.
Well, you guys ready to do some bear hunting?
Yeah, she's up. I think she's put in 30 plus days and not finding the right one. And
Time to get a bear, huh?
yeah, so
Need one.
I'm lucky I get to be her cameraman for.
No, good. Well, we got, I think we've got a couple bears hitting a bait that we set up just for you guys.
Yeah.
Had it set up for a couple days now. It appears that every time we go check the camera on that one, there's a different bear. We had another new bear there yesterday. We stayed out of there this morning just to get them hungry. We're trying to keep them as hungry as possible. So nothing got put in for bait. We'll see it when we get there today, and we'll check the camera as soon as we get there. But every day there seems to be a different bear showing up. Like I said, there's a big black in there. We've got a color phase that looks like it's a good bear. I mean, it looks like a 6.5 foot plus bear. But we've been real elusive. We've been having trouble getting real good pictures of them.
The big ones are.
Yeah, no, they don't get big by being stupid, Brian. I mean,
So how many baits do you have set up then?
we started out with about 15 around here.
Yeah.
Like I said, these are just kind of prospect baits, just something, an area that we don't normally hunt.
Yep.
But we set them up with this whole COVID deal and everything going on. It didn't allow us to go to our area up in Rainbow Lake.
Yeah.
We've got 32 allocations up there that we normally hunt, and we weren't able to go. Well, we could have went up this year, but I mean, it's a long way to go, 10 hours from here. So being this is fairly close to home, you know, East Edmonton's home for me.
Yeah.
So this worked out good to set up some baits and do some prospect. Started them out just to try to get pictures. That's all we really started them out for. And we said if we get something that's decent, we'll invite somebody like yourselves to come in and do a hunt for us.
Awesome.
And obviously we did get some decent. And then we've got 3 other hunters in camp this week too. That just joined us, resident hunters. Obviously nobody can get across the border, so we do have 3 resident hunters. They've been getting some pretty good footage here the last few nights.
Good.
You know, I think one bait last night, they had 4 bears on it at one given time. Another bait we had 2, and we watched the boar across the road. There was a big boar that they were trying to get. We watched him cross the road and walk in with the other 2. And
This segment brought to you by Glory Knock, Lighted Knocks.
Well, we meet with Jason at camp there, and we got all geared up, a fair bit of stuff to get ready to actually film and all that, and pull up to the spot. And I wasn't sure what to think, you know. I like to think I'm the greatest bear hunter of all time, and really I just think I hunt an area with lots of bears. But learned a few things, you know, his baiting strategy, keep him a little bit hungry, and all that. I learned a ton, you know. He took his time, explained everything, and we were confident, absolutely confident.
Day 1, we're down hunting with Canadian Premier Hunts, Northern Alberta. I'm the camera guy. I got ripped off. Brandi's down there, playing on her phone. We're set up here. I have no idea what to expect here. These guys have an awesome setup. So, you know, they're showing us pictures, and I don't know. Normally you go into these setting the bar, but you know, they've set the bar with the pictures and the operation they have here. I don't even know what to say, so. She's just on the other side of this pink. And then a black. Same size.
So you know that decent sized bear was there for a bit, filled its belly, off it went. A little bit scared. and thinking, normally when a bear runs off a little bit scared, there's a bigger bear coming. Nope, no. A bear about this big, maybe 30 pounds, came in, and this bear had an attitude, just like a chip on his shoulder, strutted around like big man, and all of a sudden another bigger bear comes in, and this little guy has a freak out. Like, he thinks he's 400 pounds and 7 feet tall, and just a bad attitude on this little bear, and wanted to fight. So I guess it's not always true, if a bear is a little bit scared that there's a big boar coming in, it could just be that there's a jerk bear in the area that's only this big and miserable. All right, here's where things get interesting. So, the camera's always rolling. It's down at the bait, and I may have been on my phone playing some sort of game and look up, and it's like, bear. And I could have sworn out of the corner of my eye I seen something. And there's a little cub with this one. Had I have not looked up or caught it out of the corner of my eye, odds are we would have pinwheeled this sow, but just that little bit, like a fraction of a second, a blink of your eye, and we would have ended up shooting this sow. But she sat on the bait after for, I don't know, half hour, did her thing, not a cub in sight, which is bizarre, and then she went the same way she came. About 10 minutes after that, she comes back again to the left, and lo and behold, there's 3 cubs. You get excited, you want to shoot, that's what you're out there to do, is shoot, but take your time. Like, there would have been three orphan cubs out there if we would have shot that sow, but we got lucky, or she got lucky, someone got lucky, but, well, off she goes, takes her cubs and buggers off underneath us, and what comes in next? Another bear. We called him alopecia bear because he was rubbed out, hair was missing, horrible looking bear. We had some trail cam pics that Jason shared with us of this thing, but just this nasty, rubbed out, gross boar that I don't think anyone would want, but he came in, did his thing. So, for our first day out there, we're stacked.
This segment brought to you by Scent Relief. This changes everything.
So, this is sit number 2. Last night we had about 8 bears come in, and there was one nice shooter, but it turned out she was a sow with the cub, so obviously let her walk. We're gonna hope for a repeat tonight and get another big boar in here. The action on these baits is absolutely amazing. We sat out here for 7 hours, and 5 of those 7 hours we definitely had action. So hopefully we'll get something.
All right, so day 2, day 1 was, I wouldn't say a bust, but no shooters came in. So day 2 comes and we are sitting there 10 minutes. I don't even think we're set up yet, just getting everything ready. And here comes a new bear that we haven't seen yet and does his thing for a little bit. Then again, he gets a little antsy. He leaves. Who comes in behind him? The jerk, the little tiny guy with the bad attitude, and he comes in there to dominate that bait again and fill his belly. But he knew when the dinner bell rang, as soon as that barrel got filled by Jason, here they come. All right, so, we're sitting there, see some movement through the bush, and there's a bear, a tank of a bear. Got the camera spun around. I was just changing out batteries, I believe. Got the camera spun around, and it's frozen. Big, broad shoulders, frozen in the trees, every sign of a big bear. So it's sitting there maybe 5 or 10 minutes, finally commits to the bait, comes in around to the side. Brandi is on it. She is not giving it time now. Like, we've been watching this thing in the woods for 10 minutes. Comes out to the bait, opens up the front leg, and she pinwheels it.
Alright, well, Canadian Premier Hunts, man. It's stupid. It's like the bear. We were here 10 minutes. 10 minutes, that's it. And this boar come in. Brandi smashes him. I don't even know. Like, you don't expect stuff to happen like that. I'm cameraman, and I was shaking more than her. I think, yeah, I can't even talk. It's dead right here. It's maybe 20 yards from us, 10 yards from us, I don't know, but she pinwheeled him. Like, that bear went maybe 30 yards, did a circle, died right next to the path.
This segment brought to you by Elite Archery, makers of the world's most shootable bows.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I see now. Wow, it's got a pretty face on it.
She does.
It's a real pretty face.
She's gorgeous.
Not even rubbed up a little bit, eh?
Nope. She's
Wow.
so fluffy.
Wow, that's got a thick curd.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so we are here with Canadian Premier Hunts, Jason. Huge thank you for him. I've had nothing but bad luck this season, and we were able to give Jason a call and ask if he can hook us up, and man, he didn't disappoint at all. The first night, we had lots of action, just a couple sows that we couldn't take. They had cubs on them. Today we came in and we kind of heard something moving around when we got in, and we got set up, and 15-20 minutes later she was in, and we sat and watched her for a little bit and nothing, so she gave us the perfect shot, and I let her fly, and sure enough she ran maybe 20-30 yards from where I shot her. Huge thank you to Jason for everything.
It's a pleasure. I mean, I got into this business to basically fulfill a need of, I've harvested a lot of animals in my life, and I'm kind of at the point that I like to guide. I like to see people get their first animals. We had a couple guys in camp earlier this week. Same thing, called us last minute, wondering if we had a couple bears. We had them come in. Within 3 hours, we had them 2 bears, and they were on their way. And you guys had a need. My motto is, we book the hunt as if we're booking it for ourselves. So you guys had a need. We did our best to fulfill what your need was. And this is a beautiful bear. I mean, you wanted to get a nice bear. You haven't been hunting that long and picked up a nice bear like that. Beautiful face on this sow. And kudos to you guys as patient hunters to sit here and watch and make sure that they didn't have. I know the other night you had a big sow in. And you know, as ethical hunters, you sat and watched and made sure that she had cubs, and then gave us some really good footage of her walking by with the cubs. I mean, it's not a lot of times you see the mama going looking after 3 cubs. So no, we've done you guys have done a bang up job. 2.5 days. Not too many people can say they sit in a stand and shoot a nice big sow like this in 2.5 days. We know there's some bigger bears in here, and you guys are on a little bit of a time crunch, but we're actually going to throw another hunter in here tonight and see what happens yet. So this bait has been really productive for us in the last week. Well, actually, productive. We've seen a lot of bears. This is the first bear that has come off of this bait. So
Perfect. Well, again, thanks so much, Jason, for everything.
You bet.
And there you have it. I would call that success. We thought it was a boar. Turned out it was a sow, a dry sow to boot. So we made the right call, and it was awesome. It was awesome. I don't think I'll be fortunate enough to find a deal like that again, where I can go with a reputable outfitter and swing a deal like that. But I'll keep looking. I'll tell you that for sure. It's a completely different perspective on what we did. So if you guys are looking to do a hunt, Alberta has some of the biggest bears around. I'd give Jason with Canadian Premier Outdoors a holler. We'll have his number somewhere down here. And yeah, give him a holler. Tell him that you saw an episode on Dirt Nap TV where we were hunting with him, and reach out. I know he has a ton of allocations, ton of hunting spots, and really one of the more reputable guys around. I'll put my name behind what he does. So give him a holler. See if you can get a hunt booked with him. That's going to be a wrap on this week's episode. So be sure to like us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We always are doing giveaways and just love to grow our followers, and bigger our social media presence gets, the more stuff our sponsors give us to give away to you guys. So be sure to like and follow us on all those platforms, and we will see you again next week.
This episode of Dirt Nap TV brought to you by these fine sponsors.